Welcome back to our 31st season of 7-Eleven Junior Hockey Magazine. I'm your host, Gino Reda. Time now for the CJHL Report. The Canadian Junior Hockey League brings together the 115 teams in the 9 Junior A leagues involving over 2,500 players from right across the country. The Centennial Cup has been canceled in back-to-back years because of the pandemic, but later this year, the Estevan Bruins of the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League are set to host the tournament. Finally, for much more on that, now joined us is Bruins head coach and general manager Jason Tatarnic. Jason, welcome to the show. How good is it to hear that we are going to have a national championship game this year and you guys get to host it?
Yeah, for sure. It's something teams and leagues have been striving for a long time, and to have it canceled and then to have it back this year, and especially in Estevan, it's pretty exciting for us. And obviously, we can't wait for that event to start because I think there's quite a bit of excitement for it.
Give me a sense of the community and how wide reaching your team is in terms of the interest locally and what you're anticipating once puck drops at nationals.
Yeah, Saskatchewan's a neat province. They pay attention pretty closely to what's going on. If you just look at the Rough Riders and how much attention that draws right across the province. For us, people keep up to date on our team right to Regina, which is about 2 hours away and even further. So we expect there'll be quite a few people from outside of Estevan within the province attending that event. So it's pretty exciting to see. It's almost a provincial tournament just because we're such a small province.
Give me a sense of what's going on right now, because obviously we're broadcasting coast to coast and there's different medical requirements and expectations in different regions across the country. What's your current situation right now?
Yeah, with the Omicron, obviously that spreads pretty quickly. And with our province right now, our mandate is if you test or you have symptoms, you're to isolate for 5 days. Then once you're symptom free, continue on your ways. So our province is really, they know this. It's going to be around. COVID's going to be with us no matter what, and they have the belief is, we have to live our life and get back to doing the things that we do, and that seems to be the process that they've taken with the restrictions that we have right now.
So are you able to practice with the guys? Do you have to do things remotely? How are you handling all that?
Yeah, so it's gone through a few teams in our league, and we're no different. So the players that do test positive, they're removed from the team for 5 days minimum, and then once they're symptom free or they test negative, they can rejoin the team. So it's happened to a few teams in our league, but then teams are able to start up right away and continue playing.
You were originally hired by Estevan back in May of 2020. People may recognize that time. What was it like to take this step at that time in the midst of what you were surrounded by?
Yeah, it was one of those things, quite a bit of unknown. At the time, the province of Saskatchewan was doing very well with their COVID numbers, etc. So, yeah, it was a tricky situation to come into, but as the year went on, the tournament got canceled, and then being the next host, you're kind of waiting anxiously what's going to happen and waiting for announcements from Hockey Canada. And then finally the good word came that we were still hosting, and the event was planned to go on for 2022. So the community was really excited about it. I was excited. I was very intrigued about coming to a team that was hosting, but that wasn't the biggest reason why I came. The biggest reason why I came to Estevan was the people involved, the team, just some outstanding people, and they treated me really well right from day one. So, it's a bonus, I guess, hosting.
You are new to Estevan back in 2020, but you've been around the game for a long time, and you are right on the precipice of a major career milestone. Then the pandemic hits and it slows everything down. You probably were projecting in your mind, okay, I'm getting close to the big number. And then all of a sudden everything gets put on hold repeatedly, but you finally did it. You hit the milestone last week, winning career game number 500. What was that moment like for you? And how special was it given the additional anticipation you had to go through?
Yeah, it's when you sit back and really think about that number, it's a tough number to get to for sure. And I've been coaching for a long time, and I kind of forgot about it as we got into this year. And a friend of mine reached out to me and said, "Hey, you're pretty close." And then I kind of looked at it and I was like, "Yeah, I guess I can achieve this year." And the number came, and happened, and I've been very fortunate. I've had really good players that played for me that actually won those games. So I've been pretty fortunate. And I spent my first start in Dryden as a head coach. I had some good players there. And then when I moved to Woodstock, I was there for 8 years, and we had some amazing teams come through that organization. And then my time in Chilliwack, again, I've just been very fortunate to have some really good players that played for me and were able to win a lot of hockey games for me.
So you win number 500, and I'm going to assume that your phone blew up after the game. Any interesting texts and messages you got from people the past?
Yeah, I kind of kept it quiet a bit. There wasn't too much media releases on it or anything like that, but the word gets out, and I had a few old friends text me, and I guess the one text was they actually asked me, now, how many games did it take you to do it? And so I kind of thought about it, and I did the numbers, and it was 780 games I coached so far. So
wow.
Then they joked and said, "Well, the next milestone for you might be coaching 1,000 games." So
Yeah.
we'll see if I can do that or not.
Players in the NHL get a silver stick when they play 1,000. Do you get like a silver whistle or a clipboard, or what are you looking forward to?
At this level, we're just happy to keep our job.
That's true. That's an excellent point. Listen, we're in conversation with Jason Tatarnic, the head coach and general manager of the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League's Estevan Bruins, who are hosting the Centennial Cup this year. It's always a little nerve-wracking when you're hosting nationals because you get the automatic invite and you want to make sure that you feel worthy of being there. Tell our audience about the kind of success you've had at the gate of this year, because you've certainly earned that and more.
Yeah, we're doing well. We only lost 7 games so far. Pretty veteran hockey team. This team's built as an older team. There's no secret about it. But we also have our mix of young guys in there that we targeted last year for this event, such as Kalen Fitzpatrick and Keegan Little. Just 2 examples. But we're doing well. We have strong goaltending. We're steady on the back end, and our offensive threats. There's plenty of them up front. Right through all 4 lines. So we're pretty, lucky that way that we can put a line on the ice and they have the potential to score a goal.
Awesome. Jason, great catching up with you. Congratulations on the 500 wins. That's quite the milestone, and looking forward to seeing you coach game number 1,000. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
That was Jason Tatarnic, the head coach and general manager of the Estevan Bruins, are hosting the upcoming Centennial Cup. And that wraps up this week's CJHL Report, the Canadian Junior Hockey League. Your future is here. Still inside 7-Eleven Junior Hockey Magazine, he was the third 16-year-old to ever play for Team Canada back at the 2000 World Junior. And now he's with the Toronto Maple Leafs. We'll check in with Jason Spezza in this week's edition of Where Are They Now? This is season 31 of 7-Eleven Junior Hockey Magazine. And don't forget, you can listen and subscribe to the complete podcast by checking out any of your favorite podcast platforms.